Hi everyone, so it's first day of lockdown and I'm currently in our tiny flat, attic flat, overlooking the RUH, the Bath Hospital, with lots of NHS workers working really hard for people in need in our community. And today, whilst I've been sat here, I've kind of been reflecting on my daily living and away from the busyness of life, because things have got slower now. I've been able to reflect on the last few months and also looking to the future now, the very near future of today and tomorrow and the next few weeks. And I've been looking over an amazing website called practicingtheway.org, and as well as our church website, All Saints Weston, where we're going to be resourcing everybody. There's also some amazing resources around the world, and one is from Bridgetown Church, practicingtheway.org, and I really encourage you to take a look. And it's kind of looking at various aspects of how we can live a life of the way and God, and you'll see some of those there. Silence and solitude, scripture, prayer, fasting, simplicity, living in community, and Sabbath, all being ways that we can live a life of God and a life of worship. And some of the life categories which I've been looking at today are these ones here: abiding, mind, body, relationships, rest, work and money, and gospel and hospitality. And there's a section on the site which I found really helpful, and it's the Rule of Life workbook, and I've called it a habit check. I find the word rule to be a little bit difficult, so I've called it a habit check. But it's looking at the 7 life categories and how we can fit the 7 practices of Jesus and his way into our life of worship to him. So I'm going to show you just my kind of really rough draft that I've just started today. This is my habit check, and at the top you kind of have the goals and values, which I haven't written in yet, but they would be to become like Jesus, to live in him and in his presence, and to live a life to the full, which we know can only be fully found in him. And so for Tuesday, I've got my 7 categories, and a few of them I'll read out. So looking at the daily prayer with All Saints in abiding section, a 1-hour phone fast for the mind, some exercise for the body, Zooming family and friends this evening, which we'll be doing, and having some time with Alice this evening. In rest, I've listened to some records, and I've played my guitar and just had time just to stop. In my work, I've took part in some client sessions today in my work, and done some preparation for worship, and hospitality and gospel, looking at phone calls that I can be making. Now, listing those isn't to try and look good and to try and set a bar for anybody, but yeah, the intention is for it just to be an example and to be helpful for you, and this stuff is going to be different for every single individual. You might have a family and children running around, and lots of different types of busyness in the home, but this is kind of my habit check. But it's all based around abiding in Jesus, and for him to be the vine and for us to be the branches and for us to bear good fruit. And I guess that now we have been able to slow down and almost come to a stop, even through our work and the things that the tasks in the day. There's an opportunity now through this slowing and through this stopping of hurry to actually build a foundation that we can live by and work within when all this blows over and we do go back to some version of what we were in before in terms of society and work. So I want to encourage you to have a look at it. If you find it helpful, give me a message, and I'd love to kind of point you in the right direction for different stuff surrounding all of this. But yeah, let's dig deep into, as we were looking at yesterday, the words, into the presence of God, giving time to Him, letting His voice be spoken into our hearts in this time of uncertainty and doubt, and for His peace to rest on our minds, on our bodies, and for trust to be at the core of what we're doing, and through doing that, we're going to come out on top. We're going to see a victory in this. But yeah, praying for you all, and I'll speak to you soon.